Guys, if you're watching this, make sure you subscribe. If you want to watch the whole thing, you can watch it on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. Okay, so you've got a lot of fans anyway. When I told people you're coming on here, they're freaking out.
That's good.
Amen.
That's
for
good.
good reason.
That's good.
Not for bad reason.
Yeah, I was going to say, what sort of freaking out?
Yeah,
is
they
it?
were like, oh my God, no, you're right.
You're going downhill now,
Call
love.
the police. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your weirdest fan experience?
There's been a few.
I bet there has.
There has been a few. There is one, like the one story I normally tell in this. I do feel I've told it a million times, but there was one guy that approached me in Asda's, and it was just
Not Asda.
so classy and well done that it's never left me. You know, like
Yeah.
walking along, this geezer got really excited, and sometimes you can tell when they know because you get the.
The wink, of course.
Right,
Yeah.
You get that for like 7 minutes. Like you thought I was dragging it out. Like they'd do it longer.
Yeah,
We're walking around Asda's, and like I'll cross this geezer, and you get and then like he's gone again. So anyway, he finally got the courage to come over and say hello, and he's like, "Right, Danny, how's it going, mate? Can I have a quick picture?" Like, so I was like, "Yeah, quick." Had a quick selfie and that, and his missus like literally comes walking around, and she's like, "All right," and he's like, "Oh yeah, all good." She's like, "Who's that?" And as he's walking away, he turned around, looked at me, went, "Oh, he's a reserve player for Dagenham and Redbridge."
What?
Give me a little wink, right? Now, it's like the shittest team, right? So I'm
some
like
respect.
barely offended. I was like, all right. Like, secondly, I'm a reserve player for the shit team.
Not even the actual,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, not even.
yeah.
But I thought it was genius. There's no way she will ever.
She would never, yeah.
Ever get
I
that.
wouldn't guess that.
Unless, obviously, she's having a wank. And she's like, hey, Brian, you know that geezer from Dagenham and Redbridge? You'll never guess what he's up to on the internet.
She's going to go,
You
no.
know, she might, but yeah, that geezer, and I'm sorry if he gets called out, but
You've done it
it was great. You know, when you're just like, wow,
Yeah.
that came from deep. You know,
And
he was
that was
ready with that.
quick.
He was ready
He
with
thought
that.
about
Yeah,
it.
he
You
was
had any
prepared.
like weird ones though, where you're like, all right,
There was,
restraining order?
there was one guy who,
It's always the men.
yeah. He turned up at my mum's house
Oh,
and left a little note on the door, just saying that he'd been there. And
great.
that he wanted to meet.
It's like a post office.
and that I wasn't in and stuff. So my mum rang and was like, "Look, there's a note at the door for you." And I'm like, "All right, that's weird. You know, don't live there or anything." She's like, "I don't know how he's got the address, blah blah, but I'm just a bit worried." So I was like, "All right, cool. I'll come round." Just stayed there the night. Nothing happened. The next day, she got a little parcel, and there was a dead bird in it.
Shut up.
Yeah, a little dead bird, and a note that like said that it was like a gift, and that he'd driven from Germany. He was on
He's a
holiday from
psychopath.
Germany and wanted to stop in. Very strange at that point.
I was like, what the fuck are you going to do with a dead bird?
Yeah, one of my neighbours bought one of my underwear, a pair of my underwear. That was
Could have just asked for it.
could
No?
have just stole it off the washing line.
Yeah, yeah, literally.
Yeah, but
They wanted it worn.
I think he wanted it
Sniff.
pre-clean.
Ugh.
But yeah, so that was another weird
And
one.
you had to just live next to him as if that was normal.
It wasn't my direct next door neighbour, just for the record. If anyone lives in my street and now starts pointing fingers at my neighbours,
Like, dirty
they're like,
bastard.
"Oi, you know Brian's a right fucking."
Panty
Yeah.
sniffer.
My Brian isn't my neighbour either. Just before everyone's
Well.
like, I keep mentioning Brian. Poor Brian.
There's going to be a Brian that actually
Yeah,
lives on your
he's
street. He's like, I swear
Hating
to
it.
God.
He's like, honestly,
I swear to
babe,
God.
it weren't me.
I swear.
She's like, whose Calvins are these?
I haven't got that yet. I'm a bit upset. No
What?
one's left a dead bird on my
Oh, I
house.
thought you meant a weird fan.
No. Oh, either that.
You don't want dead birds.
No.
Generally,
Maybe
it's a
like...
great rule for life. Don't,
yeah. Don't have a dead
As a
bird.
porn star, I try to live by that rule. Just don't have
well,
any dead birds
don't kill
around
'em.
you. Yeah.
Oh, if anyone ever wants to give me a gift, as long as it's alive, that's fine.
What sort of gift would you want from a fan?
Do you know, like...
Alcohol?
Yeah, alcohol. I mean, I'll take anything meal deal.
Literally anything
As long
free.
as it's not like an egg and cress.
Greg's?
Love a Greg's, sausage
Is that
roll.
considered a date, though?
Yes.
Oh, your old man
The
ain't gonna be
bar's
happy
on
with
the
that, is
floor.
he? He's
Yeah,
gonna be
no.
fuming.
I mean, what can we do?
Yeah.
I mean,
So if I gave you a Greg's now, is that
Yeah.
technically like we've had a date?
I'd be like, he's just proposed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit, you're one of the. You're a keen bean.
Yeah. So I don't make the rules.
Does
but
your fella know that you're in a relationship with him? Is he
I
aware?
mean, I think I should. Well,
You've put it
we'll
on
find
him.
out
You've
after
told
this
him enough
episode,
that
yeah.
he should know.
Yeah.
You're together, and
If he
he's
looks at
happy.
other women, I get the axe out, and he goes, "Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't work.
No.
Long term.
Well,
Might have good sex, but that's probably where it stops.
yeah. On your side,
I'd have a great time.
I'd
You
just
probably
lay
wouldn't.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot with my sexual partners.
Yeah.
I have fun.
And they just lay there
They don't.
in pain. That sounded...
I came on here to try and get a female audience, and you've just destroyed it.
Check out Danny D on the Hub.
The Impaler.
That's actually quite a good name.
It's
If you
not
were a superhero, you'd be
the Wriggler. That's what
the
I would be.
Wriggler or
Yeah. Cover me in Vaseline.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong? Is
What?
that the big Mario man? Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
it
threw
is
barrels,
Donkey-
didn't he? He threw the
I
barrels.
don't know what the fuck he's throwing, but it's something.
Yeah, he's chucking.
We're moving on.
We're moving on.
We're moving on.
Swiftly.
Anyway, my next question is,
Yeah, check the board.
who is
Check the board. What have you written down?
the
'Cause you're
biggest...
Go on, because the
Yeah, because
the
this
biro
whole
on-
thing is really
it's literally
professional.
on an A4 piece of paper written, squiggled in biro,
And I'm still squiggling.
and you're like trying to read it from distance. Super.
Right. Biggest porn star you've worked with.
I had a wank last night, so
So,
Hello.
not to toot my horn.
you know I don't want to, But there's been a lot of porn stars. It's normally quicker to list the ones I haven't worked with than the ones I have.
Really? Who's the best?
Again,
You have to.
you can't.
You should, though. Like,
She's like, we want the views.
yeah, give me the
Clickbait
clickbait.
that.
Christ.
Yeah, I'd say like a genuine honest answer, right?
Right.
It's like a top 10 or like, and it revolves. I'd like, the only way I could compare it is like if you was like a dancer or something, right?
Right.
You might be able to like have a good dance with people.
What
but it
kind
doesn't
of
necessarily
comparison
mean
was
that,
that?
was the best dance you
Could have a good cha-cha-cha with
yeah,
your
a little bit of
partner.
tango, a
Yeah.
little foxtrot with you, but
All right.
you know, you ain't quite got the tango down. That's better with her, you know?
Right. So, fine, if you're not going to list it, what would you say is your fave body type? If you're walking into a scene, right, and there's a girl that's going to look specific and you're like, yeah, boys, like, what would it be?
Right, you're going to hate this. The worst answer.
Fat bum?
Attitude.
Really?
Yeah. Like, she could be banging, right? Absolutely cracking bod, right? And if she
Right.
thinks her shit don't stink and she's like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you. I wouldn't want to fuck you anyway. Do you know
So
what I mean?
should I have slapped you when you walked in the door? I've made a mistake. I've made a big mistake.
But whereas if the chick's all like, you know, she's just cool, she's on a level, she's happy to be there, wants to do a good
Happy
job.
to, I bet she is,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Then I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have a great day. You know, they're
So
the good days.
you're not in about the bundelengers.
You just can't be. You know, like I can't really have a preference in that sense.
hate
do you know what I mean?
them,
I've just got to
yeah.
have. I've got to be able to work with all types of people. So
Okay, fine.
you know, so it sounds like a political answer, but generally, like attitude does. There's a lot of girls I don't enjoy fucking, and they look great. And I'm just like, oh Jesus.
Everyone now that you've shagged is going to be sat
Yeah.
thinking they're like, was that me?
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, it's not me. No,
Should
no,
I
no.
have done
And it
that?
wasn't you. It was the other one.
Might have been you.
Might have
I'm
been.
not going to lie.
But
But,
I do that. I see a girl on Twitter, and there she's like, oh, some male talent, and I'm like, oh,
oh, could have been
Oh.
you.
oh,
Elle Brooks looks like she had a great time. So,
well, you know, just got
Shout
to
out,
tick Astrid
Albert.
off next.
you better not.
No.
Oh, I thought you said you. I was like, no. We're not going to the other side.
No.
You stick to one side.
Oh, is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've chose now.
Yeah,
have I?
you have.
I've
It's
line in
like
the sand.
if your parents get divorced,
You're
you
picking
kind
sides.
of have to, who are you going to live with full time?
But what about weekends? Surely I have to.
Maybe like a blowjob,
That's what I mean.
but
like,
not
just
like
something, so then I
full
can be like,
frontal.
not for a front.
Full frontal shagging.
So just
That's
back
not
shots.
the yeah.
Back shots.
I don't even
You can
know
bend
what
her
that
over.
just
Don't
meant.
look at her.
Yeah.
Don't give her that sort of
Head
respect.
down.
Fuck off over that way. Yeah.
Reminds me of so many of my past shags.